need to really say anything. I mean, it's an unbelievable game. I guess if you're in this long enough, sometimes it goes against you in the last play of the game, and sometimes you're fortunate and it goes for you. And our players really stepped up, got a couple stops when we needed to on defense, which we didn't play great all day, but we got stops when we needed to, and offense put some drives together, and we overcame adversity. You know, bad snap when we got an opportunity to score, and we make a great play on fourth down. So can't say enough about the resiliency of our players, how they competed in the game, played hard in the fourth quarter. Got to give Auburn's team a lot of credit too, man. They played lights out. Watch them play last week and watch them play this week. It's not the same team, but we knew we were going to have a tough game here, and try to convince our players of that. But you know, I was really pleased with the way we started the game. When we started the game, we had some great drives. We had, you know, 2 touchdowns called back because of penalties, and we allowed them, by our inability to stop the run on defense, to get back in the game early on when we should have had, you know, the game, you know, well in hand. So, you know, part of the strategy going into this game was we wanted to get ahead so that they couldn't just run the ball and get them in some loose play situations, and you know, maybe we could rush and do some things that would affect the quarterback, and it would be a little bit more of a game in our favor. So it's kind of a reality check, though. I think that's what I told the team afterwards. You know, sometimes it cannot be a great thing when you don't play really good and win, even though it's great to win. But everybody needs to have a reality check and build on the good things that we did, and there were a lot of good things in this game. But also, we got to fix the things we need to fix because we're going to play a really good team next week in the SEC Championship game. So I'm happy for our players, I'm happy for our fans, and this is a great win for our team. So I'm proud of this team to come from where they were early in the season to win 11 games, to win the West, the SEC West, and have an opportunity to play, you know, in the SEC Championship game, which I think is one of the greatest venues in college football.
One more questions, raise your hand for me. Nick Kelly.
Yeah, John Campbell was able to get that punt muffed. I mean, his hustle there, what did you see, and what kind of happened there from your perspective?
Well, it was a good punt, had good hang time. 30, Jihad did a great job of covering. He was right in front of the guy. The guy misjudged the ball a little bit, was a little off balance, and you know, Jihad was right there to take advantage of the fumble, the muff kick. So, but James hit a couple really good punts that changed field position, you know, later in the game, which I think was really significant. And that play was no doubt very significant.
Jeff Spiegel.
Nick, you've talked before about how this offense has developed, how Jalen has developed. I mean, to make a throw and then that catch in that situation, I mean, just how far has this team come in that regard?
Well, they've come a long ways, but believe it or not, we actually practice that play every Friday. When we do this walkthrough and we do special situations, we get in that formation. Everybody runs down the field and runs varying routes in the end zone. And you know, Jalen made a great throw, but you know, IB really kind of got himself in a position where there was some room to throw it. You know, he pushed inside, and the DB was inside of him, and then it came back out. Jalen threw it back out to him, and it was a great catch, great throw. But that is a play that we actually work on, and I must admit that I think you have to be a little lucky for it to work, but I'll take it.
Chris Lowe.
Nick, is this game a little bit of microcosm of your season? Didn't play your best first half when you had to make plays and make winning plays. You got it done.
Well, that's what this team has done all year. So you know, we've come from behind many times, made plays when we had to make them. Whether it was the LSU game in the second half, whether it was the Tennessee game in the second half, whether it was the Ole Miss game in the second half. And this game today speaks volumes for the competitive character of these guys and the resiliency they have to keep fighting in the game. It should be a lesson for everybody in life. Overcome adversity, man. You got to do good when you do that. You got a great chance to be successful.
Back to Ryan.
Coach, the 4th and short, can you walk through that? Was that, I don't know if there was a check off there, but just the 4th and short play that was called and the play that was run?
But what we did was, we tried to get them to jump off sides. And we had a play, if they didn't jump off sides, we looked at. So Dalen's under center and he looks at the sidelines, because we wanted to see how they lined up. And they had so many guys packed in to stop the quarterback sneak, we knew that if we pitch the ball, we'd have a pretty good chance on the edge. So it was really good design and, good situational football.
Austin.
Yeah, 10 years ago, you endured one of the toughest losses here ever, and tonight, 10 years later, this happens. And how does that make you feel?
I feel good. But we've had some tough ones, but still, the team that played the best always wins in this game. And we played well, but we had to overcome ourselves because of penalties and things like that. Missed field goal, not playing great on defense, but I can't tell you how proud I am of the guys and how good I feel about winning the game. But as a coach, you always look at things like, how did you play? Because we're going to have to play at a higher level on a more consistent basis if we're going to have success in the future. And that's what you always evaluate. That's the reality check that we all have to make.
Tony.
Does that final play have a name of any sort? And then what do you tell Jalen going into that play? Is it more just a good luck, or I mean, what do you tell them on 4th and 31?
They're only going to rush 3 guys, sometimes 2. And he's reading the guys down the field. They're doing things to try to get open, and he's got to pick the guy that he's going to have plenty of time. He's got to pick the guy that he thinks has got the best chance to catch it. And IB got position on the guy, and they did a good job of recognizing and throwing it. And if the play had a name, I wouldn't tell you what it was.
Over here on the right, couple more.
Coach, sticking with Jalen Milrow, earlier this week he kind of said he's the point guard of this offense. How did you see him maybe portray that, especially at the end?
Well, I think he made some critical plays in critical situations, no bigger than the last one. I thought he played really well early in the game. I thought he played a really, really good game. I thought that, a couple times that he could have run and he threw the ball and we were across the line of scrimmage. I think that he just has to go because he's hard to tackle and he's fast and just make a decision and go full speed. But I thought he played great in the game, and his progress has transformed our team and our offense. And because he is a point guard and because he is involving everybody in the game, which is the thing I think he had to learn this year, he's now become extremely effective quarterback position.
Last question right here.
It's been tossed around so many times. Luck, fortune, misfortune, punt. 4th and 31, that's handsome. Talk about the effect that luck has on this game. If it's ever really luck, or what that is.
Y'all like celebrating kick 6. We had the ball 5 times inside the 25-yard line in the 3rd and 4th quarter, and we were ahead by 7 points and never scored a point. Made a field goal, got a penalty. Y'all blocked the next one. Ran the ball to the 7-yard line. Got personal foul, dead ball, personal foul in the end zone. Backed it up. Did score. So we've been on both sides of the good fortune and the misfortune. And I gotta admit, we had good fortune. But it still comes down to ability to execute. Somebody had an opportunity to make a play.